So I was watching my last YouTube video and couldn't help but notice one glaring issue just staring me in the face the entire time. And if you didn't catch it, great, but the problem still is here right now in this frame. The background, my non-existent background. It is barren as a wasteland. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ethan, creator of Crown Obsidian Productions. I make comics, but today I'm gonna be doing a different form of art, interior design. I quite literally have a blank canvas behind me. So I figure the wisest thing to do before I make any more YouTube videos is to at least put some sort of arts and crafts doohickey back here. I've been collecting movie tickets for over a decade. Every single little paper stub that I get, I've been putting in a wallet and then eventually a plastic bag. And I just think that would be a sick piece of art to hang up behind me. I think it's like a really unique thing. I've never seen anyone show off a timeline of all the movies they've seen in theaters. Gotta give this guy just a friend to hang up here. So I'm gonna pop over to the Arts and Crafts Central, Michael's, and cop a picture frame and maybe a glue stick. Arts and crafts time, baby. All right, so picture frame secured. I could have sworn I had a glue stick. I saw one in a plastic bag, but I just took it out now and it turns out it was chapstick. So I'm just gonna use tape then because I don't have a glue stick and I was just at Michael's and I'm not gonna go back to get it. Also just noticed how much blank white wall space there is behind me, and this is a different part of the apartment, so that's heinous. We'll make this a fun interactive arts and crafts where I'll actually go through each of my movie stubs and I'll tell a story or like what I thought of the movie in like a sentence or two just to really like fly by, because there's a lot of movie stubs here. It's over a decade's worth, so let's get to crafting. First one is Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim was a great movie. Loved the action. Rango, I love Rango. Mission Impossible, I think this is the fourth one. The one where he scaled the super tall building in Dubai. Really good movie, I enjoyed that movie. Rise of the Guardians, that's the holiday themed Avengers. Don't really remember it. Wreck-It Ralph, love this movie. It just changed the animation scene for me. Wreck-It Ralph again. All right, I saw it twice, about 2 weeks apart. Gangster Squad. This was a fun one too. I really liked the action gunfight sequences at the end. Great Gatsby. I think I had to watch this in theaters for my English class. It was a pretty good movie. Star Trek Into Darkness. This is when I first learned who Benedict Cumberbatch was. I had a good time watching it. Monsters University. This one was pretty good. The one plot hole I remember is they're scaring all the adults in the cabin at the very end, but they're touching all of the toys and stuff. In the first one, all the human world children stuff was like poisonous or toxic to them, so they had no problem just grabbing onto that to save their life. World War Z, good time, loved it. Kick-Ass 2, pretty worthy sequel. I think it had some cool action sequences too. Bad Grandpa. This one did not do very good review-wise, but I can't help but kind of like this movie. It's like a guilty pleasure. Now, this was a bit of a fumble on my part. My ticket said Bad Grandpa, but I started talking about Dirty Grandpa. The one with Zac Efron and Robert De Niro. Bad Grandpa, Dirty Grandpa, Filthy Grandpa. What's with all these skeevious grandpa titles? Thor, Dark World. Barely remember it. Hunger Games, Catching Fire. Barely remember it. Hobbit, Desolation of Smog. That was an enjoyable one too. Frozen. Tangled was better. Shots fired! Hobbit, Battle of 5 or 7 Armies, the third one. That one was Jurassic World. This one was actually surprisingly good. Like a fun reboot. I don't know, it was clever to actually have the park open up. Ted 2, it was fine. Fantastic Four, garbage movie. Although I heard the director's cut was supposed to be better. The Night Before, I actually had a fun time watching. I actually just watched this one last week. I love a good raunchy Christmas movie. Spectre, the James Bond movie, I think. Don't remember it at all. Star Wars Episode 7, it was a fun time. Deadpool, good movie. 10 Cloverfield Lane, this one was tense the entire time. Good movie. Neighbors 2, the Neighbors series is another guilty pleasure of mine, so I actually enjoyed this one. First one was still better though. Finding Dory, kind of a letdown. I felt like the fish were doing too much cartoony stuff. Like in the first one, they were fish doing fish things, trying to save Nemo. And in this one, they're bouncing around on buckets and they're just doing all this like video game shit. So it took me out of it. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. I think I just like Zac Efron movies because this was a fun one too. Holy shit, I need another picture frame. Legend of Tarzan. This was the live action Tarzan. I wanted this one to be better. I thought it was really cool that they made him live in London for a while, so he kind of lost his savage roots. It, good movie. Get Out, another good movie. Pirates 5, I think. I think it was better than the fourth one. Don't really remember it. I remember it had like the Spear of Neptune or something. Guardians of the Galaxy, good movie. Got me into 80s music more. War for the Planet of the Apes. I love the Apes trilogy. I draw Caesar all the time. 100 out of 10, greatest movie series ever. I love it. It's a huge inspiration to my stories. Kingsman 2, I think. The action is always awesome. Some Tyler Perry movie. I think it was with, it was like a mystery thriller. Nope, it was Boo, a Medea Halloween. Don't remember this one. Probably good. Don't even know what movie it is. That's cool, yeah. I already messed up some of the chronological order for this, and I don't know what to do because I don't want to rip this stuff. Moana, it was good. Something about it left me feeling unfulfilled. Doctor Strange, good movie. I remember watching all of, like the mirror dimension parts, and I was like, how did a team of people be all on the same page of how this is supposed to flow and look? That the amount of communication must have went dummy crazy. Rogue One, when I first saw it, I didn't really like it, but looking back at how Star Wars has become, it actually was one of the better ones. I think in that moment, I was just wondering why, like we know that they got the plans to Leia in the fourth one, so why do we have to watch a whole movie of them doing that? It just felt like padding. Why him? I enjoyed it. I can't go wrong with a little rated R Christmas movie. Thor Ragnarok. Thor was actually my favorite Avenger in the first Avengers movie because I thought he was the most powerful. It wasn't until this one everyone jumped on the Thor bandwagon. Black Panther, it was a pretty good movie. The main thing I remember was I was watching with a bunch of friends and someone in front of us was just like on eBay, just like looking at guns. I had trouble watching the movie because I kept on looking at the guy below me, scrolling through an eBay of like automatic guns and pistols. So it kind of freaked us out. Quiet Place, I love a good apocalyptic type movie, so this scratched that itch for me. Blockers. I think this movie slept on. I thought it was really funny. I had a great time watching it. I miss movies that are like this. I Feel Pretty. You know, the message was good, I guess. I should have bought 2 picture frames. I filled up 1, and I still have a whole bunch of movie tickets left. I'm just gonna put it on the wall and see how it looks. Pretty cool. New YouTube background unlocked. It's actually kind of exactly how I envisioned it too. I mean, now I got some sort of square thing between each of my head. Yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, they're all colorful and it looks pretty clean. I think it'll be fun for people that come to visit to check out too. You just be like, oh, like what, he thinks he's a cinema buff? Let's see what he's got here. Neighbors 2 and I Feel Pretty. If I just went with the bigger frame, I could have fit all of them into one. Look, I got all these movie stubs to go. I think my most newest one was Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. A part 2 is gonna have to come in the future whenever I watch more movies. Hop on back over to the AMC and collecting those stubs. Thanks for watching me do this whole arts and crafts extravaganza. If you want to see more like it, give this video a like and subscribe. And if you collect any movie stubs, leave a comment on how many you have or which kind of movies you own. Maybe we have a matching pair. All right, go see a movie. See ya.